welcome to Ride It Out. This is my channel. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button. As you can see, it's a little bit different today. I'm actually test riding a Suzuki Inazuma 250. And as you can hear, it's a total different location. This isn't in my garage. But a big shout out to Dan, who's been awesome enough to lend me his Inazuma 250, a nice little Suzuki. It's got 24 horsepower and it's a nice little commuter. Really good for beginners as well. This little thing is actually quite a little pokey thing. It's more of a commuter bike, but it's very comfortable on the seat. It's about 182 kilos, and at the same time, it's a parallel twin, so it sounds the absolute nuts. I will be taking it out for a little test ride and tell you what I think about it. So if you like it, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and let's take it out for a spin.
Well, first things first, in the general impressions, it does feel relatively sporty, but you've got such a comfortable seat. And the sound of this machine, I'm not even going to lie, I love a parallel twin. I'm a big fan of a parallel twin. And the actual bike itself is really smooth as well, so it's not vibrating as much as it does with my single cylinder. But it's smooth, it's comfortable, mirrors are pretty good. It's quite agile, it's actually really agile. It's quite an impressive bit of kit, considering this is a 2013 model. Power wise, it's not really going to knock you back. But I love the sound, listen to the sound. Oh, I really like that. It's a really smooth pull. The best way I'd describe it is, if you're not that confident of a rider, this isn't going to scare you. Oh, he's loud though. Yeah, if you're not that confident of a rider, this isn't going to scare you, because it's not going to rock it off or anything like that. The power delivery on it is just really smooth. And even though it's like 180 odd kilo, don't be fooled, this thing's actually quite manoeuvrable. The seat height's really low as well, which, to be quite honest, for shorter riders like myself, it's actually a bit of a godsend, because you can reach the floor flat, both feet. So even though it's heavy, you're definitely planted. I love the sound. Oh, do you know what I mean? Doesn't sound like a 250, I tell you. It sounds awesome. It's nice to pedal around. It's really predictable. The rear brake's actually pretty good on this. Front brake's not bad either. Now, you can get top boxes that fit on this quite nicely as well. Dan does actually have a top box that goes on this, and he fits everything in there, like absolutely everything. He carries his girlfriend around as well, which is actually quite funny. The bike handles it pretty well, to be honest. I mean, it'll still do motorway miles. It is a bit lacking after about 80. You are sort of screaming it out and on its last legs of it, really. But in general, seating position, I mean, you could sit on this all day long. It'd be great if you lived in a city as well. I mean, these are cheap to run. It's really agile, really nice. It's comfortable. Suspension as well is a little bit more plush. It's just basically a comfortable commuter motorcycle. God, brakes are good. Obviously, engine braking's not as strong as you'd get on a single cylinder. The parallel twin is really smooth. I am a big fan of them. I love the sound. Honestly, this thing just doesn't sound like a 250. And it's nice, it's comfortable. It doesn't feel heavy. Obviously, power to weight ratio is not particularly brilliant. But no, you're planted in this. You're not sat on top of it. You're not up too high. But you are definitely planted to the ground with this. Like, the weight of it is pretty good. The speedo's all nice and digital, so a 6-speed manual, which is pretty cool. This is nice, like a big boy bike really. Rev gauge is pretty cool, and it does have other little features, you know, like if you're getting too hot, your neutrals and your full beams and stuff. Wind protection, not much because it's a naked. The build quality of it though, obviously it's Japanese. This is a Japanese motorcycle, and yeah, it's good. Oh, just the sound of this, just love it. I know Dan's got a big grin on his face. You ain't got to go fast to enjoy this, trust me. I could easily do a really long day's riding on this and not be too sore. The handlebars are actually lower than you'd expect, so you are still in a little bit of a go position, but it's not uncomfortable. Especially with the seat, it's just, yeah. I would imagine that the seat is probably what makes it extra heavy. But I personally think that this, for someone who's maybe a new learner rider, just got your A2 license, but you're still a bit wary as to, you know, if you're confident enough to ride, then this bike is honestly ideal for that. If you're just looking for something to run about and commute with, again, absolutely ideal. And it makes all the right noises. I mean, come on, listen to that. Smooth power delivery. Just listen to that. Gorgeous. Power wise, yeah, it'll be fun to be shot like a cannon, but it's not, do you know what I mean? You're not left there thinking, God, I really wish it was so much faster. It's just something that you can really enjoy, and I have to admit that this bike is actually quite impressive for what it is. Considering it's a little 250 and loads of people don't tend to go for the 250s, honestly, you can't go wrong. If you're a new rider and you're a little bit nervous, this is literally the bike for you.
So as you can see, I enjoyed taking this bike out, and it was actually great fun to do so. It's really nice of Dan as well to actually let me have a go on it and ride the bike. And one of the things is that he's a budding photographer, so I'll put down here his link as well. The link will definitely be in the description as well, so definitely check him out. There's also other stuff like photographs, Zontes and other little bits and bobs that will be going up on there, so check that out and you'll get to see some really cool stuff. My thoughts on the bike is it's a really great beginner bike. It's absolutely spot on, especially if you're not that confident. If you're a short rider and you do a lot of lengthy trips, or you're just in a city, again, this bike is ideal. And if you haven't guessed it, I like my quirky and I love my different kinds of bike. So yeah, something a little bit different, and not everyone's doing a review about it as well. So the nice quirks, the nice differences, all make great stuff, and I think that is basically what motorcycling is all about. Not just the same old boring stuff that you always see. And yeah, something as in common as this bike is actually a bit of a rarity. It's a treat, it's something different. So yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, then please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Help me out, I'm trying to get the channel to grow. And yeah, there'll be other reviews and stuff coming soon in the future. But till next time, go to ride it out. This is awkward, man, because like, I never do it in front of anybody. It's always me in the garage. It's weird doing it when I've got other people watching me, man. It's, yeah. As I say, everything's still new, like, still learning it. I'm really hoping the audio's picking up, because obviously I've got all the vehicles going past.